Pollyanna is a 1920 American film based on a 1913 novel by Eleanor H. Porter. Now, if you're like me, you were raised on the Disney film starring Haley Mills. So when I was watching this film, I had a really hard time detaching. But the first thing is, of course, we all know the story of I would like to think of this young girl who has to live with her aunt and who has like this heart of ice. She's just, and everything. And they this girl who has like the glad game, she befriends this boy named Jimmy Bean, and then she has this horrible accident and everything else. So while I was watching this film that stars Mary Pickford, first thing I noticed was that there was a lot more in it that, of course, Disney took out, that Walt Disney took out. We see more interaction with the dad. There are more scenes with the dad and everything. It's been a long time since I read the book, so I didn't remember that. And everything, I didn't remember there ever being any scenes with the dad. So now I want to read the book. Was that something that they put in there and everything? But the thing about silent film is that they always stuck true to the story itself. So except for when it came to the Sheik, and we're just going to leave it at that. And but anyway, so you saw more of the dad. There was a lot more just parts to the actual novel that they put in that Disney took out. So that was a nice that was I enjoyed watching that. Let's just say that. And when you're so used to watching the actress who played Aunt Polly, which I can't think of her name right now, Katherine Griffith, who played Aunt Polly in this, she did an amazing job. I do have to say, because like I said, when I'm so used to watching Disney's version and watching her and then watching this one, she actually did a really good job. And with being stone cold, and then the slow transition into being soft-hearted and everything like that. So I really it wasn't just like snap of the fingers and she's suddenly adores Pollyanna, which I've seen enough of that in some of these films where all of a sudden the emotions change. Now this is considered Mary's most defining film. I mean, it made a lot of money. It was like one of the most popular films that she ever made. And I can see why. You saw some of her physical comedy in this one. She did quite a bit. I think she was trying to show that because of course there was you see like Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin. She was friends with them, and so I think she was trying to show that off as well. I think Clara Bow was also doing some of that in some of her movies. So why not? When you have the chance, go ahead. And now this movie started off her quote unquote little girl movies. In this movie, she was 27 and she was supposed to be playing a 12-year-old. So, and yeah. So I had to look and see exactly how old she was when she did this movie. And and everything, because there's like one scene where she's wearing like a onesie, and it's like which it's not uncommon now. There are people my age, and I'm like almost 40 years old, and they wear the onesies, and so but anyway, so as a whole, it did take me a little bit. I actually had to watch it twice, and to kind of pull away pull away from the Disney classic. And like I said, with Aunt Polly, I also enjoyed the actor who played Jimmy Bean, and everything. When you're so used to one, it's hard to pull away from the other, and everything. I mean, I thoroughly enjoy the Haley Mills version. It's one that I absolutely love. But um the woman who played Katherine Griffin is her name. Griffith is her name, who played Aunt Polly, and I absolutely loved her performance in this. I also enjoyed the gentleman who played Jimmy Bean, Howard Ralston, and that name sounds familiar. I'll have to look him up. But anyway, it seems like he played in something else that I've critiqued before. But anyway, so that is Pollyanna.